Welcome to Be Free, a podcast that illuminates the path to true freedom. I am your host, Laura Jane Haver. I'm a passionate, soul-led entrepreneur and a freedom and alignment coach on a mission to help others align with their true north, liberate themselves from the inside out, and master their mindset so they can live authentically and be wildly aligned, abundant, and free. I am also here to support ambitious souls who hear the call to create their own soul-led, true north-aligned, heart-centered businesses and turn their passions into prosperity. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the space today. I am so grateful you're here with me and letting me guide you on this journey. Today, I am talking about the divinity of desire. Before I begin talking about this in detail, let me just ask you to first tune in and reflect on these questions. Tune into your heart and ask yourself, where does desire come from? Where do your daydreams come from? Where do your visions come from? Where do your imaginings come from? Where does the yearning to align with your true north come from? Do you realize the creative power that your imagination holds? Have you ever pondered why you sometimes daydream of a slightly or drastically different reality than the one you're physically experiencing? Or why you have higher visions that stream through your consciousness, calling you to bring them into creation? Do you believe this is just random and meaningless? Do you ever write this off as insignificant, or maybe that it's just your imagination or your head is just in the clouds, as I know many of us were told when we were younger? Or do you feel the divinity, inner magic, and higher purpose of it all? These are the questions I asked myself for a very long time before truly connecting to the divinity of it all. And what I know within my heart and soul is that desire, pure desire, is divine. Our visions are divine. They are divinely guiding us towards our North Star. Everything that exists in this world began as someone's vision, idea, or dream, a calling them, alongside their burning desire to manifest it into the world. This is what I call a call to creation. Nothing would be created if no one was answering these calls to creation. There is so much purpose and magic to these calls we receive and the burning desire that ignites a flame within us, giving us the momentum to pursue these visions and desires. And the momentum is natural as long as we don't suppress the calling. When you receive a vision and feel a desire to bring that vision to life, you are tuning into the magnetic pull of your heart, which is your true north compass. You are being guided to pursue what is meant to be yours to experience. It's all coming from a higher spiritual place, and it's delivered into our hearts and seen in our mind's eye very intentionally to be used as our inner compass, as our true north. It's a gift. Desire means of the sire, which is of the Father, which means of God. If the word God doesn't resonate with your beliefs, you can use another word that does. My intention is to help you feel the divinity of all of it. There is a higher purpose to feeling desire and receiving daydreams and visions. They come from a higher place. We aren't supposed to suppress our desires or our visions. We aren't supposed to condition them, downgrade them, doubt them, question them, or deny them. They were given to us for a higher reason, given to you for a higher reason, not to your neighbor, to you. This is your very own true north compass. You are meant to respond to them and fulfill them. Your desires and your visions are calling you towards your higher calling and leading you to your higher potential. So let them lead you. And this often takes some deconditioning from what society and external influences have taught us. For myself growing up, I was taught by many external influences to focus on reality and to be realistic and to be logical. I was often told to get my head out of the clouds and that what I'm imagining or desiring is just a far fetched, faraway dream. And I know some of us are told that desiring more is not morally okay. Like there's something wrong with that, and that we should just be grateful for what we have. When I desired to leave my decade-long corporate career to start my own coaching practice, I was told by people close to me to just be realistic and be grateful for the job I had. And of course, we should always be grateful for what we have every single day. Grateful for this precious life, our loved ones, food on the table, laughter, health, water, sunshine, all of it. Yet that doesn't mean we can't desire more and create the life of our absolute dreams. We can wholeheartedly appreciate what we have as we strive for more. We're not here to settle for mediocre. We're also not here to constantly always be desiring more because we're actually here to be fulfilling our desires. We're here to shift from desiring something more to experiencing the actual fulfillment of that desire. That's the mission. That's the goal. That's how we reach our North Star. We just have to have faith and persist in what is calling us and have the inner knowing, the assumption, the conviction that the desire and vision itself means it's already ours to experience. That there is an aspect of yourself who already has it and that it was already given and gifted to you. And the fulfillment is inevitable as long as you believe it to be so. So, a quick story about a time I received a big, dreamy vision, which was truly the moment I felt the divinity of vision and desire because it came from within me, but also from like above me. And I felt it to my core and deep within my heart. Let me first preface this by saying that desires and visions come to us in so many different ways, sometimes very subtly, like a thought of, wouldn't that be amazing to experience? Or I really wish that would happen. And sometimes it's more of like a holy wow aha moment that sparks something so huge within you, like, oh my goodness, this would be so effing incredible to experience, and it's calling me so hard right now, and I'm ecstatic about this. No matter how these desires and visions arrive, we treat them with the same amount of gratitude for the gift and the exact same amount of dedication to fulfilling them. So in late 2022, I was a new mama on a walk with my 4-month-old baby boy, strolling him through our neighborhood park. And at this time, I was totally immersed in motherhood and solely focused on being the best mama I could be while navigating the postpartum fog. So my career was honestly the last thing on my mind in the moment. And out of nowhere, literally on this walk, like a lightning bolt vision appeared in my mind's eye. I saw a vision of me, a scene of me, a very vivid scene of me, accomplishing something so big in my career, like an incredible and magical milestone. And I felt the energy of it flowing through me, and I felt the fulfillment of it because I was actually in that moment experiencing it in imagination. And I got goosebumps in 90-degree weather, which I called the soul chills. And it was truly just a magnificent scene that I was experiencing in my mind's eye. And my heart felt so full and so fulfilled. And I got home and I felt so inspired to take action immediately. Well, as soon as my son was down for a nap. And I was just in a total flow state and I was buzzing with excitement. However, after a few days went by, I started questioning the vision. I was doubting it, doubting myself, wondering if it was just a fantasy, feeling like it was too big or too good to be true. It felt so far away. I was questioning my capabilities. I was conditioning the vision by saying, well, I'm going to have to go do this thing and do that first to even be able to accomplish that milestone. I had thoughts of not being credible or experienced enough, and I started to create so much resistance towards this vision, which was now, of course, a burning desire. And as I continued to question and doubt it, the inspiration kind of dwindled. And there were weeks that went by where I wouldn't even tap into the vision. And instead, I kept forcing things externally that I thought would get me closer to the goal. And I felt like I just needed to hustle and force, which was the opposite of what I was meant to be doing. And after a few months, I got burnt out and decided to put it on the back burner, in which it was on the back burner for like 10 months or so. I just abandoned it for a while. And I just brought this back into my orbit a few months ago, and I'm fully surrendering to it, and it feels incredible. I'm sharing this because this initial response of excitement and thrill to a vision, followed by doubting it, questioning it, conditioning it, and creating our very own resistance towards it, and then maybe even pushing it away or suppressing it, is so natural as a multidimensional human being. And a lot of this comes from our societal conditioning, our programming, our past experiences that we hold on to. Yet, this isn't the way to go about it, and we can consciously be aware of this. We are meant to fully accept the vision that is gifted to us in perfect timing, with the knowing that it is ours to experience, and we keep imagining the fulfillment of it within our imagination, and we keep feeling the fulfillment of it every day, and we let the unraveling happen naturally from that space, and let ourselves be guided, let the vision lead us, and follow inspired action as it comes. That's all we have to do. We are meant to be grateful for it, lean into it, devote ourselves to it, and have faith that it is ours to experience and it's part of our soul's calling. So let me end this talk with one request. Set yourself free to pursue what you truly desire in the deepest portal of your heart right now. Set yourself free to pursue what is calling you and let it lead you. The best time to do this is always right now, because that is all there is. Every vision, every dream, every desire you have is meant for you. It's been gifted to you very intentionally in perfect timing. You're made for it. You're here for it. You're worthy of it just as you are. No conditions, no doubting, no suppressing. You are a perfect match to what you want, which means you're more than capable of manifesting it into the world because it's your own. It's your calling. It's inevitable once you believe it to be so. It's safe to hold it in your heart and let it blossom.